Okay, everybody. So this is a manual steering gearbox out of a 1982 CJ7. This one has the Saginaw symbol right there, and it says 5679142. All right. So I believe this is a model 525 gearbox here. There's no hydraulics. It's just pitman arm and a worm gear. So, but anyways, I'm going to show you how to do a dry assembly. I'm not going to do the wet assembly where I put the lubricant and all the seals in yet, but this one I'm going to be assembling and putting for sale on eBay. So anyways, first thing of course you got to do is make your project nice and clean. So you got to clean it. There is this bearing that goes inside of here, so you got to pound out the old one. They send you a new one in the kit. And then you got your races. I chose to leave the existing races in there because they look like they were in good condition, and I'm only replacing the ball bearings. The original ball bearings came in a nice steel sleeve like this, and the replacements came in a plastic sleeve. So I'm not too keen on like a plastic sleeve, but you know, I don't imagine these things are overworked too much. I think the plastic will do just fine. But anyways, so you got everything clean. I painted it just to keep it, you know, fresh. I could clean it easily after I'm done assembling it. First thing you got to do is you got to get your worm gear here. Now inside here, you'll be able to find other videos where you'll get guys that'll get all the ball bearings out of here and reassemble it. But anyways, you just got 3 screws here. You can take this cap off. These little U's pull out, and they're all full of ball bearings. Normally you'll have 2 different sizes, a bigger and a smaller, and you alternate them as you put them back in, and it makes it so that this thing rolls super smooth. So I've already lubricated all the ball bearings in there, and so this thing is ready to be installed. So first thing I do is I'll put the ball bearing right here down into the bottom here, and you can kind of see through there. This area right here is where that first ball bearing goes. So you just kind of got to shake it around a little bit until it lands there. Next, you'll set your worm gear down inside that, and then you let it down into there. All right. Next, you'll put this ball bearing onto there, on top of the worm gear, and then get your cap. Not cap, this huge, enormous lid. I don't know what you call these things. But you just go down until it's kind of tight, but you don't want to over tighten that. That's bad for the gearbox. And that way, as you turn this thing, you can see the teeth in there going up and down. If you tighten that too tight, it makes it like the ball bearings are getting a lot of stress on them. So you don't want to tighten it too tight. But a good thing to do when you're reassembling it is you put a little paint right there. So as you're rotating it, you go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a half.
So you got 6.5 rotations from end to end here, and then you want to put it right center. So
1, 2, 3, and about a quarter.
So put it like that. Next thing we're going to do is these teeth will connect with the worm gear teeth here, and you just kind of have to slide it in there. And it just goes right in. Just like that. You see how the teeth mesh? All right. So these are all the various little parts. This is for your steering column. These 3 bolts attach the top onto here. This guy right here is your adjuster for how to tighten your gearbox up in case it gets loose. So you put that into there. Now normally I'd put this gasket right here. Also of note, before we do that, so these guys are dry and this is wet right here. So this one right here, that one goes inside the gearbox. These ones don't. So this one, I'm gonna put sealant on this one just because I don't want, you know, any fluids or liquid or anything leaking out of there. I want that to stay sealed. So I'm gonna put a sealant on that. So anyways, you get this and you put it in there just like that. And then you have to get your screwdriver. Anyways, eventually you get it down onto there. This thing can go up and down, and that's how you adjust the teeth from the worm gear and the teeth from this drive, how they mesh. So if your steering's getting sloppy, you can tighten it up a little bit, make it a little less sloppy.
Use a 9/16 head.
Anyways, once you have your cap here put on and you have these torqued down, you can make your adjustment of this bolt right here. So the way I like to do it is like you tighten it in there so it's kind of tight, and then you loosen it out about, I don't know what, 1/4 of an inch or 1/4 of a turn or something like that, so that it can be nice and freely moving. Anyways, you make little adjustments, you twist it out a little bit until your pitman arm here spins nice and free. Okay, then you have this lock nut. So you want to hold your bolt still, but put that lock nut down. There's very little play there, just a tiny bit of play, but nice and smooth. So this seal right here would go over this, and it would go down into here. This of the larger seal, that one of course go on top here. After you're done making your adjustments, you can tighten this a little bit and see how you feel with your bearings. So see, that's too tight, I can feel it. That's too tight. So I gotta loosen it a little. As you can feel it, like when you're adjusting it, you can feel if those ball bearings are taking too much stress, and you have to back it off a little bit. So that's nice. That rolls really nice and smooth. So I'm gonna take that. Then you'll get your locking nut here, and you put that down, and that's it. you get your striking device, whatever you use, and you just, you know, tighten that on there. Or if you have a humongous socket, I guess you could put a socket on there too and tighten that with the socket. But you should hold this right here while you're striking this, so that this doesn't turn tighter and make it so that it puts stress on your ball bearings. Like, I can feel that it tightened a little bit just from me like hitting it that one time, and that's going to stress out the ball bearings a lot faster than it should, especially in like a plastic retainer like that. I'm gonna back it off. But anyways, that's all there is to it when you rebuild a Saginaw manual steering gearbox like this. There's really not much to it. If you have any questions or anything, put it in the comments. Maybe I can help out. But I mean, once you open it up and play with the parts, you know, get familiar with all the different parts and how they work together, it's really kind of simple. It comes out of a 1982 CJ7, and I'm sure it covers a wide range of dates for the vehicle. So anyways, hope you have a great night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Bye bye.